All right, hey guys, we're back. So we're working on the 2016 Mazda. We're gonna replace the stud. Last week, if you saw my previous video for how to replace the brakes and the rotors, I accidentally hit the stud and messed up one of the wheel studs there. So we're gonna look into how to replace it. All right, step one, remove tire. Okay, here we just removed the caliper. There's two 17mm bolts. You just remove the caliper off the rotor, take the rotor off, and now we're going to deal with our messed up stud. I'll show you what we do in just a second. Okay, so I made a big mistake. I had to put the rotor back on, put the caliper back on, put the wheel back on, move the car forward, and I'll show you guys why in just a second. And this is probably going to save you guys about 20 to 30 minutes, and let's say about 20 minutes from making this one mistake. I'll show you why. Give me just a second. All right, so as you can see, the studs right here, if you try to remove them, they're going to hit right here. You see that? They're not going to come out. So make sure your stud is rotated to the front. This way you can have access to remove the stud and then replace it with a new one and see what it looks like after I'm done here. All right, so I removed the old one, just popped it from the back, got the new one, popped it in. Now, we're supposed to use like a spacer studs tool kind of thing here, but we're gonna do a little bit something different because they didn't have the tool at O'Reilly's and I was too impatient to wait for one. So we're gonna order one, but anyways, I'm gonna try a trick here that I saw that might help you guys out. All right. Okay, as you can see, we got to get the stud seated right here, just like this one is here, nice and flush. We got to do the same thing to this. So I didn't have the tool, so we kind of made our own tool. I got a 5/8 wrench with a little ratchet there, and then I got the crescent wrench right in between it, and we kind of made it work, and then see what happens. Okay, so I totally primitive peated this. All right, so I used the crescent wrench fell off, so I had to use these vice grip to create the space. And now, as you can see, the stud is flush. So after this, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so this is the finished product. It's nice and seated. All right, so we're good to go. I just got to replace everything. The rotor, the caliper, put it back in, put the tire back in, and we're done. All right, so just keep in mind, don't make that mistake. This is I guess it's worth watching this video just because of that. It'll save you some time. All right, thanks for watching. All right guys, wheels back on. As you can see, I also replaced another one of the lug nuts. It was going in a little rough. I didn't want to risk it, so I always buy two when it comes to this stuff because it's cheap, and you know, you have an extra one just in case. So I hope you learned something from my mistakes. All right guys, catch you on the next one. Later.